Hi, my name is Nima. I make videos for a living, and today we're talking about Canon, the EOS R5. And in order to do that, we need to talk about Honda. Just bear with me, it'll make sense. This is a 2000 and doesn't really matter, Honda CR-V. Doesn't really look that great, doesn't really sound great, it doesn't drive very fast. It's not particularly great at anything, but it's our favorite car that we've ever owned. And the reason is because what it does really well. It's extremely practical. You know, it's not that expensive, so you don't worry about babying it too much. And it's comfortable enough.
It's comfortable.
I know all this sounds pretty suburban, boring, but that's what this car is for. It's to get us from A to B, it's to get me and my gear to gigs, to shoot out of the back, out of the hatch when I'm filming cars. My friends have called this my mom wagon, which is fine. I mean, that's fine. They can make fun of me, that's fine. Now, Canon has sort of occupied a similar space in the photo industry for the last several years, actually. Now, the DSLR video thing all started with the 5D Mark II. A really quick history lesson. Back when the 5D Mark II was released in 2008, there was a feature on that camera that was almost an afterthought. And that feature was video recording. This was something that the press requested. They said,
"We need video!"
And Canon said, sure, why not? Little did they know that was going to completely revolutionize filmmaking, independent filmmaking, online content creation, all of that. Now, since then, Canon hasn't really been a front runner as far as specs go. Their cameras have been reliable workhorses for industry professionals, wedding filmmakers, journalists, but they weren't really groundbreaking in terms of specs. So coming back to Honda, that's kind of the same space they occupy. They make reliable cars that get the job done in an affordable way. That is until 2017, Honda decided to unveil this. It's called the Honda EV. It's a prototype, it's a concept vehicle. And a lot of times prototypes are an exercise in engineering and design. They're not really meant to be built, but this thing looks beautiful in my opinion. I think it's sleek, it's minimalist. It looks like a Pixar character. I think it's one of the best looking designs that's been made in a long time of any car manufacturer. The question is, are they actually gonna build it? Because a lot of times these concepts, they make them and then they never see the light of day. But they did end up making it, and the production version pretty much looks identical to the concept. It's unbelievable. It's completely un-Honda for them to do this. So the EOS R5 seems like it's Canon's Honda EV. It's got 8K raw recordings, it's got internal image stabilization, it's got their amazing autofocus. All this is at full frame, uncropped. They got 4K to 120 frames per second at 10-bit. Sorry about that. But Canon seems to have held no punches here. Everything, all the crazy specs that they could pack into this little body, both photo and video, they've done it. And there's really only one concern that I can think of, and that's thermal management. Whoa. If the camera is gonna be overheating anytime you shoot in these crazy codecs, you might not be able to use it for client work because you can't afford to be sitting around waiting for a camera to cool down. That's my biggest concern. Is that gonna be the case with this camera? Not necessarily. But there's been some talk about that. Thank you for indulging me on this rant about gear stuff. I know it's not about gear all the time. I know the story is what matters. But you know what? Sometimes a piece of gear comes out that you just want to nerd out about, and that's what this was. So if you stuck around till now, I commend you and thank you. Anyway, that's it. Bye.